vehicle in service today. A customer asked me to check the freeze point of the coolant, which we check in anyway, but anyway, the customer was just concerned about the coolant in this particular vehicle rather. When we have a vehicle in service, we'll check the coolant freeze point and the boil point. We'll also check, I personally carry this test out. I feel it's equally important as the freeze point and boil point. It's called the pH test. Basically we're just testing the acidity of the coolant, because if we have coolant that's acidic, it's going to cause internal corrosion of the vital components inside your engine and can cause major damage, like very costly repair, if not in some cases writing the vehicle off. So that's just an extra test I carry out. I'm going to show you how we do it here. So the first test I usually carry out is the freeze point of the coolant. So I've sucked up a bit of coolant there into the tester there, and we can see that the amount of this that are floating there is 3. It's actually, my apologies, actually 4 discs. So we can see that this coolant is safe till about, minus 34 degrees. So I think we're pretty safe there in regards to Irish weather. I don't think it's going to get down that cold. But this is another test that I'm going to carry out now, that it's going to test the pH level of it. So this is just an extra test I carry out now. I'm going to check the pH level, or the acidic level if you want to call it that, of the coolant. It's extremely important because you can cause major damage if it goes too acidic. It can cause a lot of corrosion internally of the engine, and very expensive repair. Also with electronic motors and stuff, electronic cars and hybrid cars, we get a lot of coolant down systems, and we don't want that happening in them systems either. So we're just going to check it here. All we do is we pop the little pH strip in. We just give it a couple of seconds then to work its magic. So look, the coolant here, you can see that's green, so that's probably pretty neutral, in a neutral state there. So I'll be reasonably happy with that, you know. We just don't want it too acidic. So what can we do if we have acidic coolant, or basically heading towards acidic coolant? We don't want obviously corrosion happening in our coolant system. I use this product, it's called BG Supercool, and what it does, it revitalizes the coolant. So instead of flushing the whole system, if we don't have to, I use this. In certain conditions we have to flush the whole system if it's full of rust and stuff like that, but I usually use this product, BG Supercool, and what it does, it reintroduces the anti-corrosion inhibitors that the coolant has in it back into the system. And like all products, every time I'm introduced to a product, I'm always very skeptical, so I'll always carry out a little test just to see the capabilities of it. So when I first came across this product, I decided to carry out a little test. So this is the test I did. Just got some water and put it in a cup. What I'm going to do is I'm going to test the pH level first. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put that in there. We just leave that for a couple of seconds to test it, and we'll test this as well. This is new coolant. So it's new coolant. I use this Prestone stuff, as you can use it in all manufacturers and makes, and it's OE approved. So let's just put this in here and take that out. Okay, so if we pick this up here, you can clearly see it's neutral, and it's probably heading toward acidic level. As we can see, it is heading towards an acidic level. So if that was in my engine, I'd be certainly adding the supercool. So if we go to this one here, this is the coolant. This is neutral or above, actually, this one. So let's just carry out this little experiment. So we know that this water here is heading towards the acidic level. So let's just add a little drop of the supercool. We don't need a drop in this experiment because this little tub will dilute 5 to 10 litres. So let's just pop that in. That's probably more than enough there. Okay, I'll just get something to store it. 1 sec. So let's just give a little stir then. So obviously, if we put this into the cooling system in an engine, you'd leave it running for a few minutes to spread it around the engine. So let's just do that, and we'll get another little pH strip here, and let's see what the pH level is now. So we can see that the pH level has gone right up to alkaline. Now it's probably a bit alkaline for my liking, but we can see that I added probably more than enough, because this dilutes 5 to 10 litres. So you can see the power of this BG Supercool. No longer now do we have to flush complete coolant systems to revitalise the coolant system. This reintroduces the anti-corrosion inhibitors back into the coolant system. So an absolutely amazing product.